We live in a golden age, Fogg. Everything worth discovering has been discovered.
I'm Bill Gates, chairman of Microsoft. In this video, you're going to see the future.
Hello. Welcome to the year 2040. Members of the board of 2018, consider this video your managerial guidance for the next 40 years. The Wanda Group has become the world's premier storytelling entertainment merchant. This New Year's Eve 2039, our management team has a special treat for you.
In lieu of our usual annual report, we'd like to invite you on a journey, a retrospective if you will, into the pivotal moments that made this company into the present and future of the cinematic experience.
A lot has changed since our founding 40 years ago in 1988. Significant changes have occurred even since the film division was spun off into an independent subsidiary in 2020. In that time, the nature of the movie itself has evolved.
Given the nature of our business, what better medium to transport you through our history than film itself?
Why do we watch movies? To lose ourselves in a story.
Storytelling, entertainment. Providing these to the people has always been our business model. We infuse advancements in technology to enhance our ability to deliver that value proposition.
Wanda was already a sprawling enterprise. Ranked 380th in 2017's Fortune Global 500, Wanda controlled assets totaling $111 billion, generating revenues of $36.1 billion. Wanda Film Group operated 1,551 cinemas worldwide, with over 16,000 screens.
Wanda Commercial Management Group owned 31.5 million square meters of property. We operated 235 Wanda Plazas in 2017, attracting 3.2 billion visitors annually, and opened 52 more in 2018. Wanda Culture Travel Innovation Group operated 6 Wanda cities in China, constructing 7 more in 2018.
Phase 1, launched in 2018, was an extension of traditional moviegoing. We injected our customer service programs with predictive AI to seamlessly provide our guests with their preferred seating, concessions, and showtimes with minimal action on their part.
Watching recommendations, generated algorithmically, increased our per-head revenue, while automation of our concession supply chain improved margins dramatically.
Further upstream in the integrated process, we used biological data from viewers to optimize films and production, fine-tuning color palette, audio, and movie pacing based on the physiological response of a test audience, was adopted as an industry standard.
We developed Wanda Virtual Testing Centers, VTCs, around the globe to ensure our films met the palette and regulatory requirements of our client countries.
Data from these centers was bundled and sold to advertisers, who stood to benefit from learning more about how to tailor content to specific viewer profiles, as did Western-style politicians.
Yes, virtual reality. At the time of our first forays, its imagination had been limited by physical requirements and slow adoption of the technology by consumers. Our strategy was to surmount this barrier by providing the hardware ourselves.
As a tool, it enhanced our ability to craft narratives that could take place in 3 dimensions.
Our audiences no longer felt constrained by the spaces they were sitting in. They could be surrounded by feature entertainment on all sides, while adaptive acoustics immersed them in the new environment.
A 360-degree viewing experience created space for subtle forms of advertising, like product placement and sponsored interactives.
Audiences could interact with each other through avatars of their virtual presence at will, preserving the communal experience. Monetized features provided numerous choices to customize these virtual avatars.
Of course, there were regional differences to keep in mind. Unclothed avatars and violence were prohibited by certain governments, though we largely set the standards as the regulatory environment struggled to keep pace.
AI shepherded in the genesis of DBW, decision-based watching.
Individualized movie endings could be generated instantly based on the data sourced from audience members.
Sentiment analysis based on eye tracking and pulse monitoring was integrated into the headsets. As this technology matured, it was converted into a premium feature. Theatergoers could customize their experience further, offer decisions at pivotal moments, and provided child-friendly modifications. With these tools, Wanda was ready to embark on the next landmark in our corporate history.
Phase 2 leveraged our experience in amusement park entertainment, gained from operating the Wanda Cultural Industry Group. Physically augmented virtual reality was a game-changing innovation. Combining VR and AR, clients would be outfitted with a lightweight VR rig and travel through an interactive physical environment. A simulated environment was overlaid atop the physical playground and perceived through VR, responsive to real-world actions.
With the acquisition of blockchain technology, our AI division was able to deliver great improvements in the viewer experience.
Changes in the legal system led to the recognition of characters and their portrayal by actors as wholly owned intellectual property, paving the way for the creation of Wanda's MTs or Mechanical Turks. These products consisted of an actor's motion capture performance paired with a personality AI and rendered digitally.
Capable of spontaneous and authentic interaction with guests, these assets quickly became the most valuable assets, driving the sale of ancillary merchandise and sold for VIP interactions.
In addition to payments directly from customers, the Wanda Gateway generated significant revenue from advertisements. The Gateway's virtual reality capabilities decisively elevated the common practice of product placement.
Instead of just seeing a Mercedes-Benz driven by a favorite character, with the Gateway, the customer simulated riding, and even driving, the sports car themselves. In addition to product placement, the Wanda Group was able to drive top-line growth even further by selling data on customer preferences and behavior to advertisers and marketing groups. During Phase 2, Wanda Group unveiled the Wanda Gateway, an immersive theater experience where customers are guided through a physical course and interact with their surroundings and fellow guests through virtual reality.
The Gateway capitalized on shifting consumer trends and customer demands for a richer depth of experience and increased opportunities to engage in physical activity for leisure. Because of its dependence on the physical VR course, the Gateway avoided a major hurdle faced by the movie industry: piracy. After its adoption, the Wanda Group enjoyed a significant boost in revenue and global market share.
Of course, the transition to fully immersive environments required a shift in Wanda Group's business model from a subscription-based service to an individual ticketing system. Fortunately, Wanda's large real estate holdings helped make the rollout of Wanda Gateway and further VTCs seamless across the globe.
What is real? How do you define real? If you're talking about what you can feel, what you can smell, what you can taste and see, then real is simply electrical signals interpreted by your brain.
Phase 3 was made possible by a paradigm-shifting technology breakthrough at the nexus of nanoscale computing and artificial biology, the dawn of the RISE unit.
RISE, the Real Integrated Synaptic Exchange, was the first brain-machine interface to be commercially successful. For the first time, technology provided direct access to the sensory cortex, which could be stimulated by tiny electrical impulses.
FDA approval in the US and a painless implantation procedure made RISE one of the most universally adopted innovations of its kind. The benefits were clear: therapy, weight loss, education, spaceflight training, and more gave the implants immense value. Governments worked quickly to subsidize the procedure in most of our primary markets. This enabled Wanda to develop new businesses in servicing these emerging applications, particularly through Wanda's experienced studio divisions. Government contracts and B2B programs began to constitute a substantial portion of our operating profit relative to consumer sales.
The ubiquitous nature of this hardware allowed the company to take its greatest leap yet with the introduction of Wanda Liminal, This software capitalized upon the Rise system's rapid proliferation among modern moviegoers and access to users' sensory systems to add entirely new elements to Wanda's arsenal: emotion, taste, physics, sex. While Liminal is only 3 years old, it has already started to demonstrate enormous potential.
Using Rise, Wanda gained the ability to transcend the 5 senses and tap into the medium of human emotion. Users were now able to enjoy a fully immersive sensory experience, moving beyond empathy for characters into genuine shared feeling with them. The palettes that filmmakers can now create include virtually all elements of human experience.
Do we have the power to play God? The tools at our disposal can eliminate human suffering, but only through illusion. Our corporate social responsibility charter demands that we be good stewards of this ability and of the real world. We can control experience, but we will never infringe upon free will, unless President Xi asks us to. Here's to the next 40 years.
There is only one word the board would like to offer on behalf of the shareholder. Wonderful.